Most skin-like foundations are tested, shade-matched, and marketed for skin under 30. Then they slap natural finish on the box and sell them to us, and we wonder why they cake in every line and vanish by dinner. I've spent 30 years behind the makeup chair working on mature skin, and I bought all 10 of these foundations with my own money. 5 are scams I wouldn't put on my worst enemy. 5 are genuinely beautiful. And the one I'm saving for last is the only foundation that made me stop and check the label twice. Let's begin. One rule before we start. On mature skin, a foundation has to melt in and move with your face. The moment it sits on top like a layer, you've lost. Fine lines, dryness, a little texture, none of that is the enemy. A good formula works with it. A bad one announces it to the whole room. Watch how fast the difference shows up. Number 1. Rare Beauty Positive Light. 3 out of 10. It sounds skin-like on the box, but it wears like a filter that expires. The first hour in the mirror is lovely, and then it starts clinging to every dry patch on your cheeks and emphasizing texture you didn't even know you had. The shade range runs weird too, especially in the undertones, so warmth in your skin turns into a little mask line at the jaw. This was made for 25-year-old skin, and on our faces, it shows by lunchtime. Pretty bottle on the vanity, scam on the face. Number 2. Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. 8 out of 10. This tube was the original skin-like product before skin-like was ever a trend. It's light, it's forgiving, it never once goes cakey, and mature skin drinks it up like a glass of water. I've smoothed this onto clients in their 60s and watched them glow under studio lights. The coverage is soft, so it won't hide much, but it won't grab a single dry spot either. 20 years of quiet excellence while the industry chased every shiny new launch. Some things are classics for a reason. Number 3. e.l.f. Halo Glow, 2 out of 10. This is the viral dupe that isn't. You blend it in with a damp sponge, and for exactly 1 hour, it glows. Then the glow curdles. It turns greasy across the forehead, streaky on the cheeks, and it settles into every fine line around your eyes and stays there for the rest of the day. A filter in the bottle, a mess on the face. I don't care how cheap it is. Cheap and disappointing is still disappointing. Number 4. Jones Road, What the Foundation, 7 out of 10. Bobbi Brown's second act, and you can feel a grown woman's hands in this formula. It's balmy, it's breathable, and it melts into mature skin beautifully, like a tinted balm that decided to behave. But she is high reward and high maintenance. You need well-moisturized, perfectly prepped skin and a genuinely light hand, or the whole thing slides right off your nose by mid-morning. If you love the ritual of doing your face, this jar will make you happy. If you want foolproof, keep watching because foolproof is coming. Number 5. L'Oreal True Match. 5 out of 10. It blends fine, it looks decent, and that's exactly the problem. Fine isn't the same as good. By mid-afternoon, it goes patchy on the cheeks, and by dinner, it has faded off your face so completely you'd swear you never applied it. The shade range is genuinely impressive for the drugstore, and I'll give it that. But dependable is the kindest word I have for this bottle, and dependable has never once made a face look beautiful. Now, the expensive one everyone asks me about. Number 6. Westman Atelier Vital Skin, 9 out of 10. This is what skin-like actually means. A stick that melts in and blurs without blurring your features away, so your face still looks like your face, just rested. And the wear is the shocking part. It looks better at hour 6 than hour 1, like it's settled into the skin instead of into the lines. It is expensive and honestly, worth it. I've watched it hold up under the harshest lights in the business. So why isn't this my 10 out of 10? Hold that thought until the end. If a blunt makeup artist rating your favorites is useful to you, hit subscribe, because I do this with a new category regularly. Now back to the scam pile, because this next one genuinely annoyed me. Number 7. Say Slip Tint, 3 out of 10. Cute branding, empty promise. The coverage is basically 0, which I could forgive if it behaved, but the dewy finish turns shiny fast, and by lunch it had separated around my nose into little islands. Clean girl marketing wrapped around an unfinished formula. I've done makeup on brides crying through their vows, and even their faces held up longer than this tint did on a calm Tuesday. After that disappointment, this next bottle restored some of my faith. Number 8. Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint, 8 out of 10. This one actually looks like skin because it barely is makeup. It's a serum with a whisper of tint. It hydrates all day, it never cakes, and it never settles. Just don't expect coverage because there's barely any in the bottle, and redness and dark spots will still show through, politely blurred at best. On a decent skin day with a dab of concealer, this is one of the most believable faces you can wear. Which brings us to the biggest letdown on the entire list. Number 9, NARS Light Reflecting. 1 out of 10. Light reflecting, yes. Right off of every fine line it settles into. In the pan, it looks luminous and expensive. On real skin, it goes patchy within hours, and then it oxidizes on top of it, so the shade you matched at the counter turns warm and muddy on your jaw by afternoon. A science-sounding name with zero chemistry behind it. At this price, it should know better, and that's why it earned the lowest score on this list. And now, number 10. Luxe Color Changing Foundation. 10 out of 10, and I don't hand those out. This is the only one that actually does what skin-like promises. The color-changing pigment technology adapts to your skin as you blend, so the oxidizing orange that ruined the NARS simply never happens. It melts in, it doesn't cake, and it never settles into lines, even after a 12-hour day under studio lights. The skin just looks rested, smooth, and expensive, like you slept 8 hours and drank your water. This is the Your Skin But Better foundation we've all been hunting for through a drawer full of disappointments. Quiet luxury, always the repeat purchase in my kit. And clearly, I'm not the only one who thinks so, because it's the #1 selling foundation on Amazon right now. I'll leave the link in the description below so you don't have to go hunting for it. So what separates the gems from the scams? Every winner today works with mature skin. The Laura Mercier, the Jones Road, the Ilia, the Westman, the Luxe. They move with your face, hold moisture, and blur gently instead of coating. Every scam fights the skin, and the skin wins that fight by 3 p.m. every single time. After 30 years of wiping failed foundations off beautiful faces, my one lesson is simple. Stop blaming your skin for a formula's laziness. Your lines are not the problem, the bottle is. Concealers for mature skin are next on my list, but right now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments which of these foundations you're wearing today, and whether it landed on the gem list or the scam list, because I read every single one. Take care of your face. It's the only one you get.